Mr. President, thank you as always to speak with ESPN. Your first impressions of Gold Cup and coming back to the United States.
I have to say that I'm very much impressed about the organization, about the response by spectators, by television, by the media for this Gold Cup, played in different cities in the United States. So it's like a circus going around, and I'm now witnessing the semifinals. I have seen the first one in this wonderful Texan stadium, and I have to say that especially second half it was also good football, and I'm excited to see the next one. So I can say that the Gold Cup has taken place in the not only in the regional calendar of the CONCACAF, but in the international calendar, and it's the merit of the organizers, especially the CONCACAF and its Secretary General, what they have done. It's a great deal, but also I have to express thanks to the United States Soccer Federation for all the organizational tools they have put at disposal, the stadia, and then the fans coming in. That's wonderful.
What steps is FIFA taking against illegal betting?
You know, this illegal betting is a matter now that is going around the FIFA family, and this is something I would say very wrong, because it brings the game in disrepute, because you if it's illegal betting, you never know if it is a fixed match, and then match fixing will give definitely to the football an image that it's not serious. And you know, this is the game of the whole population of the world, and if something is wrong by match fixing, illegal betting, then it's not good. So we have started now on one side this early warning system, which is an international system where we are in contact, but only with the legal betting organizations. But they will tell us if there is somewhere in a match something could be wrong. And then on the other hand, we have now a memorandum of understanding and a contract with Interpol, and Interpol will help us also to fight against this new devil coming into our game.
Can it be stopped?
I do hope it can be stopped. It cannot only be stopped by football, because we have no police authorities. We need the support of police. We need the support of the police. We need the support of the legal organizations, the jurisdictional organization in the countries, because here we are in the in criminal law, and we cannot intervene. But it must be a good cooperation between governments and sport, and we believe that exemplary sanctions must be taken, and these people, they shall be away. Those they organize the betting, but especially those they accept to fix a match, and they shall be banned for life. And that's why we are starting now this new let's say activity, and I'm sure that in the near future we will see the results.
On the doping case of the 5 Mexican players, do you think they should be suspended?
You know, in this for the time being, what Mexico has done, they don't feel these players. The organizing committee here, they have said it is correct that Mexico can now announce 5 additional players. You know, it's a case, I spoke about this case with our Chief Medical Dr. Jiří Dvořák, who is also one specialist in anti-doping measures. And it's amazing when you see it is not only the group of these 5 players, but there are more players. And personally, I cannot imagine that it was a voluntary action to enhance the quality of the players. I really think that that's very doubtful, and it is this special meat that they have in Mexico, and this could be really the origin of that. But let's deal. It's the Mexican Federation. We are available to help them, and we like to have this case clarified in order that we can maintain also in our fight against doping the transparency we need so much in our organization.
WADA is considering changing rules for fixed levels of clenbuterol, where excuses athletes only after a certain level. What do you think about the level of clenbuterol and maybe what WADA wants to change?
You know, I am nor a doctor nor a scientific in this matter, but definitely this product has been around the world and especially used also as aliments for the cattle, and therefore we should follow what WADA is saying, but to analyze each case individually, as we always do in FIFA.
As the president of FIFA, what message do you give to all the fans from this region, all the things that have been said lately, the fan that worries a little bit of what's going on in the region especially?
Listen, I am very unhappy what has happened here in this region in the CONCACAF, to speak about that. I am unhappy, but we have now the instruments in FIFA. This is the Ethic Committee, and the Ethic Committee is only working since 2006. But you will remember last year the Ethic Committee intervened in cases of two members of the FIFA Executive Committee and 4 former members of the Executive Committee. And here we are again in another case. It has not yet been settled, this case. It's still pending. One of the suspended people from the CONCACAF, he withdrew from all activities, so he is not any longer under the jurisdiction of FIFA. But the case itself is not finished, so let the Ethic Committee make their job finally, and I'm sure in the next 20 days this case will definitely be assessed and the decisions will be taken.
You mentioned last month that FIFA is not in crisis, but it's having some difficulties. What would be those difficulties?
No, the difficulties we have in FIFA is that the media, they are looking into football in a manner that I think it's not always fair. I know that in a family of over 300 million active participants in the football family, there cannot only be angels. Definitely, there are also devils, but we have the instruments to go against that. So we are not in a crisis. This has been shown by the Congress in FIFA in Zurich just 10 days ago, where all the 208 national associations were there from 9 o'clock in the morning to 6:30 in the afternoon. There was a discipline in this Congress because everybody was aware we have to do something. And so what we have decided, first of all, they have re-elected the president with a huge result. That's me, so I will not speak about this result. But then the 3 matters I have proposed to the Congress were accepted by 98%, and these are to reinforce our ethics committee, reinforce it to make a permanent institution. Secondly, where is all the bad things are coming from, or were coming last year by the bidding procedures for the World Cup. So in future, not the executive committee, but the Congress should make this decision after a short list presented by the executive committee. And third, we must have a special committee which I can call corporate governance and compliance, but to make it easy, it's the la Commission des Solutions, the Committee for Solutions. And with this, we are going forward, and then we try to convince, not our people, football people is convinced that we are on the right track. We must also go with our communication forward, and to discuss not only with the media, but to discuss also with the rest of our society, especially politicians, because there have been a lot of politicians, not only in Great Britain, also in our country where we have the FIFA, in Switzerland, putting into question the activities of our organization. So definitely that's not a crisis. What we are in some, let's say, in a not very comfortable situation, but we have now time to improve it, and especially I have been given the mandate by the Congress to do so, and rapidly.
What led FIFA not to further investigate Qatar's 2022 World Cup organization?
No, because I would just say that these matters, when there is some evidence somewhere, then the ethics committee will come in. But for the time being, all those that has been disclosed, or by the special parliamentary commission in Great Britain, or by one of the newspapers, the Sunday Times, no evidences have been there. We have asked for evidences, and nobody was able to give something. So we are not going into matters where there is nothing to do. So we are looking, and I have just said we are reinforcing our ethics committee also with, let's say, a part which shall be a kind of investigator, and then on the other hand we should have then the court. But we are not chasing, let's say, somewhere around the world. That's not the duty of any committee in FIFA.